Good afternoon, Shamus Baier here in beautiful Vancouver Island, BC. And one thing that a lot of people don't think about if they're purchasing a rural property is lots of times you're responsible for disposing of your own trash, recyclables, that kind of stuff. And people often complain that having the garbage picked up once every 2 weeks, you get a lot of stinky garbage lying around. And a great solution to that is, of course, composting. Now that you're living out in the countryside, you have a little more space. You can make a nice designated compost area in your backyard, and if you do it right, it's not going to give you any of those nasty smells or things like that that a lot of people are concerned about. But there's a couple of quick rules. Basically, it boils down to your greens and browns. So your greens are going to include things like grass clippings. So I got some hedge trimmings here, and then of course kitchen scraps, coffee grinds, vegetable matter, that kind of stuff. Whereas your browns are of course things like leaves. If you don't have dried leaves, you can rake out some grass, let it dry out, and get some browns that way. You want to have about a 3-to-1 brown to green ratio when you're putting it into your composter. You don't need to have a fancy composter like this one, although this does have vents to allow air circulation, but you do need something that's got access from the top for you to dump your stuff in, and something on the bottom, so that when your compost is done, you can get it out, and it makes it a little easier to stir. You want to poke a few air holes or stir it up every so often to keep aerobic respiration happening. If you don't have enough airflow, if you get a lot of greens and stuff in there, you're going to get anaerobic bacteria not using oxygen, and essentially they're the stinky ones. So dump your stuff in, give it a stir, and don't forget, more browns and greens, you're going to be doing just fine. So, that's it for today. If you have any questions about composting or about rural properties anywhere in southern Vancouver Island, you can always email me, shamus@secretagentSales.com. Don't forget to check out my blog, victoriahomesales.ca. That's it for today, and I'll check in with you guys a little bit later.